Hey everyone. If you're looking to win and work on Department of Defense contracts, you've probably heard of CMMC version 2 compliance. But what exactly is CMMC? Why is it so important? And ultimately, how much is it going to cost? Today, we'll cover the basics, go over the costs, and share some tips for managing expenses. We'll also define some of the common acronyms to clarify communication. The DoD loves their TLAs, three-letter acronyms, that's the joke. CMMC, or the Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification, is a cybersecurity standard created by the Department of Defense to protect sensitive data within the DIB, the Defense Industrial Base, which is the public and private organizations that comprise the DoD contractor network. In October 2024, the CMMC version 2.0 draft was officially signed into law, making it a formal requirement for any company working with the DoD. This means it's no longer optional. CMMC compliance is essential if you want to secure government contracts. All government contracts include FCI, Federal Contract Information, which is sensitive data not intended for public release. A broader classification of sensitive data is CUI, Controlled Unclassified Information. This includes all of FCI plus additional information that requires stricter handling and safeguards. So what does CMMC 2.0 involve? The compliance standard includes 3 levels. Level 1 covers basic cyber hygiene for smaller contractors with low-risk information. It includes 17 basic technical controls and allows for an organization to self-assess against these controls, producing a score which the organization can publish to SPRS, the Supplier Performance Risk System. This is the system the government uses to rate organizations on their risk of handling contract data. Level 2 applies to companies handling Controlled Unclassified Information, CUI. This level includes 110 controls in 14 families, which is quite a step up from the previous level. This Level 2 certification is generally what most organizations will need to target for bidding, winning, and serving DoD contracts. Certifying compliance to this level will require an audit by a third party. HRCT has helped many organizations in different industries and of varying sizes prepare for this audit. Level 3 is for contractors with the most sensitive data, and in addition to the 110 controls, will require certification by a DoD-employed auditor. Most small and medium businesses will not be required to achieve Level 3 compliance. Each level naturally has different requirements and costs based on the level of protection needed for the sensitivity of the data that they're handling. Level 1 is the most affordable, ranging from $3,000 to $10,000, depending on your current cybersecurity setup. As it is based on a self-assessment, establishing the policies and procedures to meet the 17 controls is a pretty low target for most organizations. Level 2 is a bit of a bigger commitment, with costs typically ranging from $20,000 to $100,000. This level includes third-party audits and more rigorous security practices. These organizations are actually handling CUI and have to meet each of the 110 controls in the Level 2 compliance target. Level 3 is reserved for companies handling highly sensitive information, and costs easily exceed $100,000 for custom assessments, specialized technical tools, and intensive security measures, not to mention the preparations of policies and procedures that have to be documented and formalized, and the organizations have to produce evidence to say that they're following all these things with however many employees they have. It gets complicated quickly, hence the costs go up quickly. Fortunately, most companies will target Level 2 and be able to manage those costs to that Level 2 compliance target. But what makes up the costs? Here's a basic breakdown. The initial assessment. This examination evaluates your current cybersecurity posture and might cost a few $1,000s. This type of engagement typically produces a POAM, a Plan of Action and Milestones. This is basically a roadmap which establishes who is responsible in the organization for meeting what requirements and by when. Information technology and information security upgrades like firewalls, encryption, and monitoring software can range from $5,000 to $50,000. Some considerations for these elements include whether to host files and services yourself on your own servers in your own facilities, or whether you use a commercial cloud provider, or in GCC, the Government Community Cloud, which is a more rigorously controlled cloud-hosted operating environment which meets more security requirements by default. Employee training is essential for all levels of certification, but particularly for higher levels. This training can range from a few hundred to several $1,000s. Once HRCT performs the initial assessment, then we'll help create a plan to implement security tools and operational procedures and remediate any of the gaps that we discovered in the plan. Fixing any identified gaps could cost anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000 or more, based on your organization size and existing security setup. Remember too, that achieving compliance isn't simply a one-time checkbox. It represents a vital part of the organization and requires the implementation of a formal and ongoing security program, including establishing responsibilities for staff roles in the security team, as well as documented policies and procedures. Hardware and software require regular maintenance, and your team will require regular training to stay secure against constantly evolving threats and malicious actors. HRCT can help you manage the expenses of becoming compliant with CMMC, whether it's level 1, level 2, or level 3. Here are some tips. You can leverage your existing security investments to use the cybersecurity tools you already have, such as user identity and cloud services that you've already invested in. You can check for government grants or credits. Some programs offer financial support to offset some of these compliance expenses. Choose a scalable solution. Select tools and licensing that can scale with your business needs, especially if you're aiming for level 1 or level 2 compliance. Hire a CMMC consultant. An expert, such as a fractional Chief Information Security Officer or FCISO, can streamline the process and help you avoid overspending by identifying what needs to be in scope for compliance and what can remain out of scope. HRCT has helped many organizations build out their security program to become compliant and maintain compliance, and we look forward to helping you do the same and growing your security program. We can help you assess, budget, look for ways to reduce costs, and stay up to date on evolving requirements. If this video helped you out, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the links in the description for more resources on cybersecurity and compliance. Thanks for watching.